Do the mall. Hey guys, how y'all doing tonight? Um, I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. It's been windy here in South Carolina.
Rainy.
Windy and rainy. I've been sitting here just hearing and that it's going that wind was going crazy, y'all. We're in South Carolina. Where you guys chiming in from? Hello, MLM. Listen, guys, do me a favor. Today, we're going to talk about something that's very, very sensitive. And you probably know somebody who deals with this. It may be you. And if it is you, just say, I'm the one. We both, Travis and I, both have had to deal with blood pressure issues over the past few years, and we've managed to get that under control. And it wasn't easy. I'm going to say it wasn't easy. If you will, please just type in the comments, it wasn't easy, because it's never easy trying to get your health um in a place where um you know you have to suffer with something, or suffer with some type of um ailment or symptom every single day, and it's just horrible. So if you guys will just put that in the comments for me, because it's sensitive. It's sensitive. I was describing it how I was feeling. He was describing how he was feeling, and I was thinking to myself, wow. um Sometimes we judge each other and don't really know what's going on with them, or why their body feels like what 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 their body feels like, and we misinterpret another person's high blood pressure. And I'll say this: Travis has sinuses, and I always give you a hard time, don't I really do. I give him a hard time, but now I don't give him as I don't I now my I might play around with him. But we're in South Carolina, um and but I'll play around with him sometimes, but sometimes I know, okay, it's time to lay off. But what I want to talk about, honestly, y'all, is it is sensitive, because the things that you go through when you are dealing with high blood pressure, um, cholesterol, you could say it. I'm gonna say this: it's not a sickness. Hey, good evening, Facebook. Good evening, Instagram and TikTok. Good evening, everybody. So let us know where you're chiming in from. We're in Simpsonville, South Carolina. But just some of the things that we've been through, and not really knowing, listen to this, that the other one was suffering. Because Travis said it last night, that this is the type of thing that people suffer in silence. It's the silent killer. It's the silent killer. I want to make sure we have this on your Facebook page, okay? So I'm just going to go here and edit and tag you in it. So we just got to make sure we got these things taken care of. So guys, while y'all are sharing that out and tagging and letting us know where you're chiming in from, we are just setting ourselves up, getting ready, because we're going to have a conversation tonight, and some of you guys will be able to uh, uh I want to say converse. You're going to be able to have that conversation with us as well, because it's a real thing, and people look over it. And you hadn't said anything because I've been talking the whole time. I have.
Yeah.
I've been on a roll. I've been on a roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump in a minute.
But it's one of those things that is talked about very lightly, but it's like a common conversation. Like,
I'm thinking on my page, I'm gonna have to accept the tag.
I'm getting ready to. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it right here. We're gonna do it right here. There you go. what we do is we sit around and have conversation and enjoy each other and stuff. And hey girl, what's that, so and so? So yeah, I'm dealing with, high blood pressure. Oh girl, me too. Oh, me too. It's just common conversation. Like it's nothing. But y'all, like, high blood pressure kills more people than you would believe. And when I say kill more people, people literally just drop dead, because they're like, oh, but my blood pressure is under control. Baby, listen, it really isn't the blood pressure that's killing you, it's the blockage. And it's the speed and the force of the blood going through your arteries. See, we don't talk about what it really is, and all of that. So just think about this, because sometimes we were talking about the headache that we get. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Bernice. Hey, Renee. Hey, y'all. Listen, guys. Do us some favors. Give us some love on TikTok. Give us some love on Instagram. Give us some love on Facebook, because tonight, like I said, we're having this conversation. We're having this conversation because we have to. We have to. So many families are being broken because of this. Okay. A couple of months ago, I guess it's been about 5 months ago now. One of my family members he was a truck driver. He came up. He was from like Sally, South Carolina. That's where him and his family live, and he came up here, and he was in Anderson dropping off a load. He drove a tractor trailer, and 36 years old. 36 years old. I believe he was 36 years old. He got up here and had a heart attack. He never made it back home. Now, he made it back home, but he didn't go back home alive. And he had a heart attack, and it was pretty bad. And it was not that it was bad, y'all. The point of it is heart is high blood pressure medication is the thing that they want to give you, so that that'll stop your blood from hitting those arteries. Okay, because see, we, like I said, I'm telling you, we don't talk about this part. We don't talk about it. That's why the blood pressure gets out of whack, and that's how other things happen. And that's how you end up with that terrible headache that day after you've had a spike in your blood pressure. Okay. So I know Travis is sitting here like, okay, I don't know where I'm gonna jump in, because that's really what he's thinking. Like, where am I gonna jump in? But this is where I actually get to turn it over to him, because I want to ask you. First of all, you want to tell him, hey?
Yeah, I mean, the thing, I'm gonna jump right into it though. The thing is, with me and my blood pressure issues and my journey with fighting high blood pressure, I go back to my childhood, right? High school sports, football, run track. I was always a slim person, 5'8" in high school. I was 155, 158 pounds. So I wasn't overweight. But every time I would get a physical to participate in sports, the doctor would always tell me my blood pressure was borderline high. Right? So with that, at such a young age, as I got older, I didn't recognize the signs that my blood pressure was getting worse. But as I got older, it's like I would be at work or come home from work, and I would notice that the right side of the back of my neck would be stiff. And I always associated that with, oh, I must have tweaked it the wrong way while I was lifting something at work or at the gym. I lifted too much. I was lifting too heavy of a weight or something like that. I never thought about it being my blood pressure, until one day I was at work and my head was that it was always the right side of my neck, the back of my neck. It was real tight, and got to where I just felt like my vision was getting blurry a little bit. I was like, I need to go see the plant nurse. Let me go see the nurse. Let her check me out, see what's going on.
If any of you all have ever experienced any of the symptoms that Travis is talking about, I want you to put it in the chat.
So went to the nurse.
Put it in the chat.
She took my blood pressure, and I don't remember the exact number, but it was like 154 over like 108. Something like that. It was almost 110. It was like 108, 109. And she immediately told me I need to go ahead and get off work, go home and rest. And she helped me set up a doctor's appointment. Went to the doctor the very next day. He checked my blood pressure. Said he's going to start me on blood pressure medication.
So it was elevated the next day too?
Yeah, it was still high. Oh, yeah. And he put me on the blood pressure medicine. And, I asked him, I said, okay, so when will I come back? He said, well, I'm going to go ahead and give you the prescription, and I'm gonna write it out for you to get the, with the insurance and all, it's a 90-day cycle, and get it renewed and renewed. And I'm like, well, when do I come back?
That's the key.
Like, when do I come back? Because he gave me some sample,
Yeah.
But he gave me the information to get it on the 90-day, cycle or whatever. That way it could be automatic. And I was like, well, when will I come off of it? When we'll come back and we talk about me getting off of it. He said that I will be on that for the rest of my life. Just that simple. Not no strategy, or we're gonna try to look into your diet or working out or running or none of that. Just here's the medicine. You're gonna be on it. See you later. And that was it. And that was back in 2005.
And that's what they do. So they've been doing this for a long time.
2005.
They've been doing this
on the medication from 2005 all the way up until 2018. 2018 is when we started taking a different route, a natural, organic route to try to heal our bodies and reset our bodies to better our health and blood pressure. And that's when we started taking. Well, that's when I started taking the Drink to Shrink. And within.
But I don't want you to go there.
No,
yet.
Okay.
I don't want you to go there yet, because we got to sit in the suffering.
I mean, that was it right there.
No. Oh, I know.
The symptoms for me was always the right side of my neck, the back of my neck.
We're gonna get into the suffering.
And when it gets real bad, my vision get blurry.
Let me ask you something. There is suffering. Here's the suffering. You had to feel, you felt bad. How many days though? How long did it take you?
It was years, because that was normal. That felt. I mean, that symptom was there a lot, and I thought it was just.
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought it was me working out. Stuff that I was doing at work. I didn't know it was blood pressure related. I thought it was just me and my physical activity.
And you suffered with that symptom for how long? That pain.
That's what I said, years.
It never went away. Do
Sometimes
y'all get
it'll
it?
be light, and then sometimes it'll be pretty bad, where it's like I did something wrong. But that tightness, that soreness right there on the backside of my neck was there all the time.
That's the word I wanted to use.
All the time. And I had it for so long, I forgot what normal felt like.
It was so normal for him. It was like just, oh yeah, it happened so often, and the pain was there so often, he thought it was normal. Like, okay, it's supposed to be there. No, he really knew it wasn't supposed to be there. But here's the other thing too, Trav. We get used to that. We get used to the pain. Yeah. And like
I said, I thought it was associated with the hours and the type of work that I did, and working out and getting older. I said, well, maybe I need to stretch. I mean, I didn't. I didn't know.
Yeah, and I was the same way. So when I would have so if you guys deal with blood pressure issues, can you put it in the chat? I just, we want to know who we're talking to, and we also want to know, are we the only ones that deal with high blood pressure? So for me, I didn't deal with high blood pressure when I was younger. I didn't start dealing with high blood pressure until I got older. And obviously, my blood pressure was elevated when it was probably a little elevated at the doctor's office, I guess. I don't know. But when I went, it didn't get bad until after my open heart surgery. That's when it got bad. And on the days that my blood pressure would elevate, and the highest was stroke level, which was 193 over 26, y'all. 193 over 26. I'm gonna show it to you because it doesn't even look good. Don't pay this any attention. 193 over 126. Look at it. 196 over 120, 193 over 126. Awful. But I remember days when, and I didn't know this was supposed to happen because I wasn't used to that kind of pain. Um, my blood pressure would go up, and I would, like you said, get blurry. My eye, trying to see, and you're literally trying to keep yourself balanced, and you have this. It's a headache in one particular spot, and it's like just right here, wherever it's just right back here, and it's just like something is just holding everything tight, and that's what it feels like you got a drill right there. So that's what I felt like that day, and I was like, okay. I would go lay down because now I'm feeling a little tired. I go lay down in the bed, and it may or may not go away. And listen, this is with the medicine. This is with the medicine that I was on. I go lay down, and then I'm like, okay, finally I feel better. But wait till the next day though. I've already been in the bed all day, but now my blood pressure is coming down. Next day, and I want to know who else can relate to this, because we keep talking about our blood pressure. We need to we don't want it to be that bad, or we want our blood pressure to be regulated and that sort of thing, right? We want to be healthy and we want to get off this medication, right? But we don't talk about this enough. So now I've spent one whole day trying to feel well because my blood pressure is up. And then the next day, when I think that my blood pressure, I'm thinking I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna have a good day. You know what I'm saying? I don't own any rights to that song. I just wanted to say that before they get me. But I'm serious. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a good day, and that good day turned into the worst day, because that second day when your blood pressure is trying to elevate, oh my God, your head, you talk about a spin. Your head, all of it's just, the whole head is like this. You can't deal with light. You can't deal with loudness. You you don't want to talk. You just like, I'm just gonna lay in the bed until there is no Tylenol, there is no ibuprofen, there is no pain medication that you can take to get rid of that pain. And it feels like a migraine. If I've ever had a migraine, that was probably it, because my blood pressure was escalated. And it was just so bad. But see, we don't talk about what happens after the day after our blood pressure goes up. And you know what it is, right? Did y'all catch any of that? You wasted 2 days trying to get well. High blood pressure is a time waster. I'm telling you right now, it wastes time. And that's one of the reasons you want to get your blood pressure taken care of. I'm not talking about getting on no blood pressure medicine. I was on blood pressure medicine. That's why it was escalated. So you want to do what you need to do so that you don't have wasted time trying to recover from a high blood pressure. I'm going to say attack, a high blood pressure attack. When you I gotta go lay down. That's the first thing. I'm going to lay down. I mean, it's miserable. Who wants to spend all this time that we could be going out to eat? We can't go out to eat because somebody feels miserable. You can't do anything the next day because you feel miserable. And that's really what I was wanting Travis to let us know about how his, see, I see him, and what I see is what I want him to tell y'all so y'all can hear it from him and not me. But I see him. I seen him when he wasn't feeling good. I seen him go lay down the whole day and waste the whole day in the bed because his head hurts, because he didn't want to open his eyes, because every time he opened his eyes, close the blinds, don't be loud. It's a waste. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And we overlook those feelings and the symptoms. Those are repercussions, not consequences. Those are repercussions. Your blood pressure goes up, it's repercussions. Because when it come down, it's going to kick your butt. And that's the thing. When you get so old, your body doesn't respond like it did when it was younger. See, he said when he was in 12th grade, they were like, yeah, your blood pressure is a little elevated. But see, they didn't tell him nothing then. They didn't tell him anything about how to get it back down or how to get it regulated. If he knew that his blood pressure was high then, the goal wasn't to look forward to get on blood pressure later. The goal was to help me not get on it, period. But that's not what they do. Or is that their responsibility? I don't know. But it doesn't matter whose responsibility it is as a child and a young man. No, he doesn't know that, right? But I'm telling you, because maybe now you're 18, maybe now you're 22, maybe now you're 30, you're 40, and you're dealing with high blood pressure, and you think it's cute. Oh, my blood pressure is elevated a little bit. I'm just gonna pop a pill, baby. If you don't do something now, you're gonna be our age. And one of our ladies was on blood pressure medication for 50 years, and I know you know somebody who's been on blood pressure for 50 years. 50 years. She's been popping pills half of her life. Half of her life. Can you imagine how many bad days she had because it spiked? And then when it came down crashing, that's what it is. That I called it because I had those days a lot. I called it the high blood pressure crash because that's what it felt like. I'm telling you guys, that silent killer, and that's the thing. I call it, it's a silent killer because number one, you cannot hear your blood pressure going through your veins. Now let me tell you something, but you can. If you're laying in the bed and you trying to go to sleep and you hear that boom, 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 your blood pressure is elevated. That means your heart is racing probably. But we tend to ignore those things. How do I know? I've heard them before. It was mine. But all I'm telling y'all this is if you don't get this stuff under control, you're going to be in trouble. You don't want to be like me at the age 38 going in for emergency heart surgery with a 3-year-old, with a 5-year-old, with a 13-year-old, with a 16-year-old, with a husband. And somebody got to come in your house just in the middle of the week. Somebody got to come in and be the mama to your kids while you in the hospital fighting for your life. And your hardworking husband who's been working all these hours, already stressed out, now he got to take off work with no pay and come up there and see about you. We don't want to talk about stuff like that. We don't want to talk about that crash, do we? if you've experienced a high blood pressure crash before, put it in the chat. Y'all got me thinking that we the only ones. Y'all must be perfect, but that's okay. We'll be the only ones unhealthy at the moment. I'll do that. But I'm telling you, so many people deal with this and they just keep letting it slide and they just keep letting it slide and they just keep letting it slide. And when they let it slide, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Before you know it, you're going to be on more medication. But luckily, we were able to turn it around. I had heard this lady, heard about some lady. She said, "I've heard that beating in my head." I know, and that's how real this thing is. It's crazy. It's crazy that I could hear it. So we found something that I was very skeptical about it. Um, he's on blood pressure medication, dealing with acid reflux. I'm overweight. He's don't really he didn't really need to lose any weight, but I needed to lose a lot of weight. But I wasn't worried about the weight. I was more worried about staying alive because I knew that blood pressure would kill me. That's not even right. Blood pressure doesn't kill you. Blood pressure doesn't kill. It's what happens. It's the result of the blood pressure that causes the issues. So we found something, and the lady told me, she said, "Listen, um, I've been drinking this drink, and my dad's been drinking this drink, and many other people have been drinking this drink, and they've been able to come off." And I'm telling you exactly how I heard it. And I didn't have any money, but somebody said, "Hey, come listen to this." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." They say, "You need to come listen to it because it might help you with your heart situation." I'm like, "Okay, cool," and get off some of these medications. So I went, and the lady, she's talking about diabetes. Now, this lady is skinny as a rail. That was the very first time I ever seen anybody skinny as a pencil talking about they had diabetic issues. What? What are you talking about? You got to be lying. You got to be lying. I didn't know that. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you. I didn't know that skinny people. I know this sounds bad, but I didn't know that skinny people. Sorry, I don't mean to label anyone, but I didn't know that skinny people could get diabetes. I didn't know that skinny people or develop skinny people. Another one, another lady was there, skinny as a rail, diabetes. I'm like, wow, you know. And at this time, I didn't really know much about diabetes. I just knew it was a thing that if you're not careful, it could take your life. So now I'm really listening to what I'm there for. When she starts talking about people coming off medication, she's talking about people's blood pressure getting regulated. She's talking about people who had open heart surgery, which is what I did, and now they, with all this medication, now they're not on medication. I'm like, oh boy, hopefully I can do that. I was on 5 different medications. See, Miss Robin didn't know that either. But that was on 5 medications when I left the hospital, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And the medication was supposed to do what?
Supposed to help.
They told me that the blood pressure medicine was going to help. They told me that the blood pressure medicine was going to what do you call it? Help my heart. No, it did the opposite.
It's supposed to help reduce the stress on your heart.
It did the opposite. It did the opposite. Y'all gotta give us some love on here. Y'all gotta give us some love on TikTok. Come on, TikTok, give us some love. And now, I'm like, okay. So I just went ahead and got it, y'all. I got that stuff. And I didn't tell my husband because I ain't have no business buying nothing anyway. But I didn't tell him. And I said, okay, let's drink this. I drank it and I lost 6 pounds. I was surprised that it worked because I would try stuff And I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work. I was always, I didn't know this was gonna work. I didn't know this was gonna work. I didn't think it was gonna work, right? But it worked. I lost some weight, but I didn't come off my blood pressure medicine. So it wasn't really a win, but it was a win. You know why it was a win? My goal was to just get off the blood pressure medication. But see, I didn't tell y'all I was 242 pounds at the time. I'm more worried about getting off that medication than getting losing some weight. Listen, I was 242 pounds. I drank that drink for a week and lost 6 pounds. 6 doggone pounds. 6 pounds. And when I lost the 6 pounds, you know what happened? I felt better. I felt better. I felt better. And that gave me, I said, wow. So wait a minute. She did say that it's possible I could lose some weight, but she didn't stress it. She didn't stress it. Now I'm real excited. And I'm like, okay, I got to get me some more. I didn't have no more. So I'm calling the girl trying to get it. I wish I would have got 2 or a whole month supply. I had to wait 3 weeks to get more. Finally, when I got it, I drank and 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 drank. And after a while, my blood pressure started regulating. And not only that, that 242 pound lady, the 242 pound lady, size 22. This is me at a size 10, but right now I'm really a size 8. But I'm telling you, the stuff that I was drinking, literally, in my opinion, it saved my life. What I was doing, because I didn't even tell y'all I had a food addiction. Well, I had the food addiction before I had the surgery. And that's what caused all the arteries to clog up. But like I said, we don't talk about this enough. We don't talk about the root cause. We don't talk about the suffering when we have these when our blood pressure elevates. And see, that's the part. I mean, how many of you guys ever done that before? You had a blood pressure issue one day, and that next day you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna be at the house recovering. You're gonna be at the house recovering. And finally, because I know some of you guys have been there before, you spend all day laying down. You don't eat nothing. Ain't nothing to eat because you ain't chewing nothing because it hurts. And you're sitting there, you've wasted 2 days. A blood pressure spike will have you on your back for 2 straight days. And we got to get that under control so that you don't have those spikes, so that you don't have to deal with that. Something to help you get off that medication. So those 5 medications, because I kept drinking and I drank and I drank and I drank and I drank and I drank, I'm now only on 2 of those medications. And I'm working really hard to get off those 2. But, you know, at some point, you do have to make some decisions to stop doing some things that you were doing that was causing it to begin with. And that's where another problem comes in. You want to keep eating the way you're eating because you love fat back. You want to keep eating the way you eat because you love pig feet. Not just love pig feet, but you love fried chicken. And you got to have 17 pieces. You love pancakes. I do too. I used to eat 7 pancakes, y'all. Let me say it again. Somebody type it in the chat. Rosalind used to eat 7 pancakes. I used to eat 7 pancakes. Can y'all believe that? Little bitty me, because I wasn't big then. I was eating 7 pancakes. All that caught up with me. Travis, when I met him years ago, We'd go out on our dates, and he'd be like, "Girl, where's all that food going?" I said, "I don't know," because I was very petite. I was very petite. But when I got in my 20s, my body said, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." And then I got in my 30s, and it was like, "Oh no, oh no, 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 no," and things just started changing. But I didn't change the way I was eating. I did not change the way I was eating at that time. Rosalind used to eat 7 pancakes. I wasn't even ashamed. I wasn't even. I ate those pancakes faster, faster than anybody.
That was like a badge of honor. Shoot, what you talking about?
What did you say?
You used to eat that like it was a badge of honor.
A badge of honor. Who are you? I'm the pancake eater. It was though. That's how it is, because we eat so senseless. We live senseless. We drink senseless. We gotta. Lord, when last time I had a drink?
Mhm.
Y'all, I love cocktails. I would fix me about 2 cocktails a day. I wasn't a drunk or an alcoholic. That don't even sound right. Rosalind's an alcoholic. No, I'm not an alcoholic, but I love like peach schnapps, things of that nature. Oh, I would fix me a margarita, or a peach schnapps, or an apple thing, appletini, or whatever. I had to have one every single day. But you know what? I drank and I drank and I drank and I
Make sure
drank.
they know what you're talking about drinking now.
I know. I know.
Not the
You're
martinis
right.
and
You're
stuff.
right. No martinis. It was this stuff. This is what I was drinking. I was drinking Drink to Shrink. I was detoxifying my body. I was detoxing my body. And so many people are so afraid to detox that crap that's making you sick out of your body.
Mm-hmm.
This. And at the time, I mean, I paid how much? I think I had to pay like seven. At one time, she was charging me $70 for 4 of them. Y'all, you could, for a whole month, $70 for a whole month. Right now, you can get yours. You can get yours a whole month supply for only $40. A month supply for only $40 just to get yourself started. And I mean, it's very easy to prepare. You put it on that's the original Drink to Shrink. You can put it on put it on the stove and steep it overnight, but you don't even have to do that anymore, because we got it in instant. All you have to do with this, you pour it in water. You take whichever one you want. You take whichever one you want, whether it's mango or it's peach, and you put it in water, shake it up, and then drink it. All you need is one a day. And you know what we just recently found out about this? Is that so many people are having instant results. So let's just say I drink it now. I drink it now. I get on the scale and I drink it now, and I weigh myself. And I weigh myself before I drink it. Then I'll go, make me go to bed or do whatever I got to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So later on, in about 7 or 8 hours, maybe even 10 hours or so, or 15, I go weigh. I'm down 2 pounds. Talked to another lady today. She's down 4 pounds in one day. Talked to another lady. She was down 5 pounds in one day. Talked to another lady. She was like, listen, I've got the best energy. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? She said, I've got the best energy and I lost weight. And that's what the detox does. And that was one of the things I adored when I first started it, because my energy, it was like it woke me up. It woke me up. And that food addiction that I had, we're not even going to talk about the food addiction. We're not going to talk about me being addicted to Snicker, Pepsi, fudge rounds and Lay's potato chips. We're not even gonna mention it. But being addicted to something and I could not let it go. But the herbs in this, I'm telling y'all, in my eyes, this literally saved my life. Because remember all those medications I got when I left the hospital, and they told me that I needed this for the rest of my life, and then they had the nerve to tell me that I wasn't going to be off of it, or I'm never going to get off that medication. You know what? They lied. They lied. Or guess what? Either they lied or they just didn't want me to find out. But I messed around and find out. You know how y'all know that saying, up around and find out? Well, we done found out. You're supposed to laugh. Listen, y'all, we done found out. We done found out. You don't have to be miserable. You don't have to be miserable. You can do something about it. So if you guys want to try this, you can. We've got a 5-day sample for only $30, or you could get a bag of it, and I can send you the link. And you can order yours. I'm telling y'all right now, it's amazing the way everything happened. And I don't think Travis told y'all about his medication and what he's taking right now.
Right now, I'm not taking any medication. I'm not on any blood pressure medicine anymore. I'm not on any acid reflux medication anymore. Why? Because of the Drink to Shrink.
We started out on the original. This right here. Mm-hmm. This is what we started out on, the original. And well, what's in it? Chamomile, myrrh, papaya, malva leaf, marshmallow, blessed thistle, holy thistle, persimmon leaves, and what's the one last one? I thought I said myrrh. Oh. I thought I said myrrh. But I'm telling y'all, it's not, oh, that is it. 9 herbs. 9 herbs. And those herbs do something, has a benefit. Each of them has a benefit. And if you want to go look them all up, you can do so. And I'm going to call them out again. Papaya, persimmon leaf, ginger, myrrh, malva leaf, chamomile, marshmallow, blessed thistle, and holy thistle, y'all. I'm telling you, just those alone, has done so much for so many people. Regulating blood sugar, and I'm not here to mitigate and make any type of cures or say anything like that. But I'm telling you what people have told me. My customer, just talked to her a couple of days ago. She said, Rosalind, I went to the doctor and my A1C was 12. It was 6. It ain't never been that. It's always been 12. I'm like, okay. See, I didn't deal with A1C. I didn't deal with that. I didn't have that issue, but she did. I told her, I said, well, honey, I didn't have that problem. I was just on 4 or 5 medications for blood pressure because it was out of whack. But now I'm only on 2. All I can tell is but all I'm saying is this, y'all, it helps with so much. All you can do is try. All you can do is start your journey. And I get it. We're okay with what we're doing. We're okay with what the doctor said. Well, I was okay too. But I found out, basically, listen, I know what they said, but I found out they lied. They lied. So we want to let you know that you can have better health too. You can feel better. You can feel better too. Listen, if you do the right thing anyway, I don't believe in this. Well, it depends on if it's snowing outside or if it's raining outside. That determines my blood pressure. No, it doesn't. What determines your blood pressure is what you put in your body. What determines your blood pressure is, are you active? Do you move around? But we're not going to get into all of that, but you got to start somewhere. Let's go ahead and get you your month supply. You can get the instant, where all you do is take the pack. You can choose, and the hardest thing you're going to have to do every day is choose what flavor you want to start with. Do you want mango or do you want fruit punch? I'm not a mango person, but it's so good. It doesn't even really have that mango-y taste to it. It's just good. It's just a good mango drink. And that's what you got to do. Choose which one you're going to have every day. So I would advise you, if you just want to try it for 5 days, you can get a 5-day supply of this for only $30. You can message us, inbox us, TikTok. I can't give you my phone number on here. I'll get kicked off. So you have to inbox me. You have to inbox me right now before we get off of here. Facebook, you know how to reach me. If you don't, I'll put my phone number in the comments. But let me tell, or just go ahead and DM me. But this right here is a game changer because there's no steeping, there's no boiling, there's none of that. But I know what it is. It keeps my blood pressure regulated, and it keeps my headaches from coming back, and it keeps me from having those hangover days. Because remember, I told you, when you have a spike, you're gonna lose at least 2 days, at least 2. And that third day, you're gonna be tired. That's it. So I should have said 3. The first day is the spike. The second day, you're in the bed because it's trying to regulate. You're in recovery mode. And that third day, your body done work so hard, you're gonna call in again because you're tired. Don't do that to yourself. Message us so we can help you get started on your way. You wanna pray us out and do the benediction? I'll sing. Let everybody say it. I'm just joking.
Well, the product works, because hey, I checked my blood pressure today.
Wait, oh, it's right here too.
It's in my phone. But yeah, I checked my blood pressure today, and it was 124/77. Never that low.
It was
never. When I was on medication, it would always be 140 something. Over,
I got it right here.
128/77.
That's his blood pressure. Y'all, this is his blood pressure today. 128/77. 128/77. And that's good. That's really good. That is really good.
So
that's really good.
So it works. When I was on medication, it would always be in the upper 140s, and my Bible number would be in the 90s. That was on medication that couldn't get it right. So that sells me each and every day. So
yeah, you guys should really give it a try. And when you do order a bag of the instant, we are going to send you a pack of the 3-day epic experience. And what that is, you take the green capsule when you wake up, and you take the purple and white at night. The green capsule gives you energy. Well, not energy. It's focus, mental clarity, stamina. Okay. So what it is with this one, with this in the green capsule, people sometimes they'll say it's energy, but it's not energy. It's stamina. So if you need to go to sleep, it's gonna allow you to go to sleep. If you need to get up and clean the bathroom, it's going to give you that stamina. Now, the purple and white that you take and the nootropics that are in the green capsule. Talk about the nootropics.
Yeah, the nootropics is brain food. So what it's going to do, it actually helps help your brain fight.
Thank you.
Help your brain fight against like Alzheimer's and dementia. It helps with anxiety. It helps your mood, so you'll feel good. It actually releases what is it called?
Dopamine.
Dopamine in your brain. So it works. I take that every single day, whether I take the capsule or whether I take the pull and tear and pour it in my water. Take it every single day.
Both of us. The purple and white, the white It gets you ready for the night, gets you ready for a really good deep sleep at nighttime. It helps. So sometimes that cortisol is being released because you're wide awake in your body. So that cortisol keeps you from going to sleep it keeps you from getting sleepy. And that's one of the things that the white capsule does. It actually takes you and starts winding you down to get you ready and relaxed so that you go into that deepest realm of sleep so that you will so that your body will be able to restore. You know, when your body is awake and you're doing all this tossing and turning, you're not resting. When you're up running back and forth and running back and forth to the restroom, you are not resting. So that's one of the things it helps with as well. That purple pill, oh my goodness, the purple capsule is a what do you call it? It's a probiotic and a prebiotic, which helps to regulate your gut. It helps to restore your gut. And speaking of the gut, that purple pill, we call it the sculpting capsule. Okay, the sculpting capsule. So I just wanted to just make sure you guys knew what all you were going to get and how you can feel if you do something about it. And we don't deal with those headaches anymore. We don't deal with those hangovers anymore, and we don't deal with our body being all worn out because it had to fight to recover. That's what you're doing when your blood pressure is elevated. Your body goes in fight mode and it's trying to recover. And that is it's just one of those things. It's just putting stress on your body as well. So I think that's it. I think we can close out with that. We're gonna close out with that tonight. Go ahead.
That's it. So reach out to us. You guys know how. Facebook, message us. You know, we'll have all the information in the comments. TikTok, you need to shoot us a message right now before this live close out, so we can get the information to you guys as well. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys hopping on, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. Have a good one. Have a good night.